What's up, what to play? Claire here, I miss you all so much, and we're gonna be narrowing down from over a list of 40 different titles, our list of the top 25 upcoming role-playing games from the PC, the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch in 2019. So here they are, arranged in no particular order. Anthem. Let's give BioWare a chance to prove themselves, this time after their merger with EA that caused a bit of a problem to their recent games. Promising a loot boxless experience for the players, Anthem seems like EA's answer to Bungie's Destiny 2, relying mostly on BioWare's specialty in futuristic warfare to immerse us in exosuit battles. While it's not exactly an MMO, on top of the regular single-player campaign, it also has a shared and dynamic open world where you can meet other players, and it changes every single time you play. Party with up to 4 players and go jetpacking around the Interceptors, Rangers, Storms, and Colossus. It's set to release on February 22nd, 2019 on the PC, the PS4, and the Xbox One. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. From the makers of the outstanding RPG experiences like Fallout New Vegas, Pathfinder, and even The Stick of Truth, it didn't take much for Obsidian Entertainment to bring their latest series to the top of the charts. Ranking consistently high with both their first title and their sequel's PC release, Pillars of Eternity 2, it's finally breaking into the console market. Promising to bring a more immersive RPG, this sequel expanded the emergent experience with a chance to captain your own ship across the brand new region of Deadfire. Plot your course along the seas with your 7 companions and fulfill quests with each of their special skills and classes. Improving on the already excellent Pillars of Eternity formula, Deadfire has been universally praised for opening up new horizons for the universe through its nautical adventures. Make your choice in branching choices and see how each decision impacts your personalized journey. It's coming on the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch on March 31st, 2019.
Missed.
Super Neptunia RPG. The anthropomorphic Sega consoles are coming back for more dimensional, self-referential escapades. This latest entry to Idea Factory's long-running Hyperdimension series will take the return of Nep, Noir, Vert, and the rest of the gang. In it, we witness Neptune as she awakens in a decidedly 2D world and goes on a quest to break the boundaries of her dimension. Get a chance to dive into their old-school dungeons, maximize your team's potential as you switch out leaders in turn-based battles, and save game industry once and for all. The first of the series to be developed in Asia, this title might look less than impressive to some, but things are looking to change as its imminent release is drawing close. Winning over fans with their hilarious jabs at the industry at large, this might help lighten up the mood as both its Japanese and Western releases face postponement. Hopefully it'll make the final Western deadline for the PS4 and the Switch in spring 2019. Dragon Quest Builders 2. The Dragon Quest spin-off we didn't think we wanted is getting a well-deserved sequel. Taking notes from Mojang's own Minecraft, Builders took us all to a beautifully blocky vassal universe ripe for reconstruction. Nailing the Minecraft-like gameplay of gathering and building, it also benefited massively from the injection of Dragon Quest's signature magic and storylines. The sequel hopes to add all of that. Featuring all and new exciting features, Dragon Quest Builders 2 will include slopes, waterfall creation, underwater swimming, and even hang gliding, all adding to the fun of the voxel building universe. Still, the sequel's biggest draw seems to be the multiplayer, which lets players invite and visit each other's vacant islands online or locally to build and break things together. It's a limitless RPG title and it's set to release on the PS4 and the Switch sometime this 2019.
さらに通信機能を使って 友達ビルダーとマルチプレイが可能。楽しく冒険。
Code Vein. Anime meets Dark Souls, as we'd like to call it again and again. Bandai Namco draws their inspiration from a game notable for its hardcore difficulty and insane boss fights. Pretty sure you've heard about that. This time they decided to incorporate these brutal gameplay elements to an open-world RPG anime game. Play as a blood-sucking revenant and fight against nightmarish monsters in a bid to escape the vicious region of Vein. Unfortunately, there's not much news about it, and they're saving up its trailers for bigger events next time. But because it's made by the same people who made God Eater, we can assume that this game, set in a post-apocalyptic crawling with vampires, will have a solid story. It comes out sometime this 2019. Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. Re-releasing one of Square Enix's PlayStation 2 classics is their critically acclaimed Final Fantasy entry before they started to make some questionable series decisions. The Zodiac Age enhances the Final Fantasy XII experience with remastered visuals, gameplay balance, new features, and the introduction of the International Zodiac system that makes your journey worthwhile. Follow Van and his friends as they embark on a grand adventure to save their world from a catastrophic war. The Zodiac system is a rehaul of the license board in the original game. All characters share one license board with massive customization potential. The job system can also improve their party members' classes as players get to choose 12, all based on the Chinese Zodiac. Aside from most of its upgrades, the story remains as beautiful as ever. It comes out on the Switch sometime this 2019. Digimon Survive. Pokemon might be the most popular pocket monster franchise of this generation, but that doesn't mean that it's the only one. In fact, this particular upcoming title was made especially to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Digimon's digital bestiary. Rising to fame side by side with Nintendo's own series, Digimon has distinguished themselves for exploring the many darker sides of friendship, childhood, and perseverance. This will hold true for its new title, which takes a different approach from the more traditional turn-based RPGs. Centered around Fire Emblem-like strategy, play as the teenage boy Takuma and guide him on his escape from the cyber world together with his new friend Agumon. With the stakes stacked high, the survival simulation will have you making tough decisions as you navigate through their emotional, friendship-filled ride. A nostalgia trip for the longtime fans of the series, it's set to release on the PC, the PS4, the Xbox One, and the Switch in 2019. Hey, any games that you're looking forward to? Tell us about them in the comments section below. And if you want our picks, then they're all in the links in the description box below. Let's go back to the video. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. From the center of Manhattan to the capital, the virus is taking over the world one city at a time, and it's up to Tom Clancy's Division to put a stop to the raging contagion. Taking place just 70 days after the original story, The Division 2 is set to continue the viral outbreak, this time in the familiar landscapes of Washington, D.C. In this sequel, the developers are aiming to focus on the endgame experience, which means there'll be more challenges and activities even after the main campaign. Mixing in survival elements and RPG, join the fight for resources and basic necessities in a civilization on the brink of extinction. Try out new and exotic weapons and bring your friends in for the fight. If you want to find out more about what new features are in store, The Division 2 currently has a beta where you can sign up for right now. It's set to release on March 15th, 2019 on the PC, the PS4, and the Xbox One.
Critical levels.
Path of Exile. Don't you guys have phones? Grinding Gear Games' answer to Blizzard's fiasco is taking over the action RPG genre by storm. Set in a dark fantasy world of Rayclast, enter a brutal battlefield with deep customization, item economy, competitive PvP, and ladder races. Heck, they even put it straight to your face that this game is for free and will never be paid to win. One of the best features about Path of Exile is its massive skill tree system. If you press its skill area, you'll get the same reaction I did. It is a true action RPG experience with a ton of potential. The game requires no gold to encourage players to join its expanding trade economy. Imagine that! Its upcoming expansion, Betrayal, is bound to shake things up, along with a bit of shade to the other action role-playing game right there. It's coming to the PS4 this February 2019. God Eater 3. When it comes to badass anime characters wielding massive weapons, Bandai Namco's post-apocalyptic Monster Hunter is about to rock your world. Take down massive Artemis using your iconic God Arcs. Quarantine the planet with your band of God Arc-wielding brothers and send these ravenous creatures back from the depths. The game's signature hack-and-slash combat is fast and explosive. Choose from a wide variety of weapon types and devastate your foes with feral monstrosity. Harness the power of the Oracle Cells and use it to your advantage. Players create their own character and explore a devastated world with friends or even alone. This latest entry offers new features such as dive, burst arts, skill install, and so much more to gain that upper hand. It comes out this February 8, 2019 on the PC and the PS4. Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, and Bowser Jr.'s Journey. A classic from Nintendo's DS days comes to take the spotlight once more. A different kind of Mario Brothers adventure, Bowser's Inside Story follows the two plumbing superstars on an RPG quest to rescue Princess Peach, this time with the aid of their arch-nemesis Bowser. See the Mushroom Kingdom from the perspective of the angry King Koopa and combine the trio's skills to battle against Awful Fawful. Journey around their land of mushrooms, toads, and troopas as you discover the other side of the narrative coin. As a twofold package, this edition will also include a new side story in Bowser Jr.'s quest for domination, gathering armies and wreaking havoc in the comfort of his junior clown car. Moving out of the limits of the DS, this game will obviously come with a host of graphical upgrades and refinements to fit the new gen platform. A cleaner and better Mario and Luigi version for the 3DS, it is set to release on January 11th, 2019. Final Fantasy IX, another legendary FF title before Square Enix became Squaresoft. It has sold over 5 million copies since its release. Whether you're a returning player or a new one, Zidane and his crew's adventure is still unforgettable. Their famous theater troupe comes in all glorious high-definition upgrades. Meet your favorite characters, including Vivi and Quina, as each of these characters learn about themselves and put a stop to a mysterious, malevolent force that threatens to destroy their world. It's already out on Steam for quite some time, but the Switch is really amping up their JRPG titles and giving more Square Enix content. Just like any other FF game out there, ride chocobos, upgrade your characters, synthesize equipments, and play fun minigames. The Switch version also includes high-speed and no encounter mods for some casual fun. It comes out sometime this 2019. Yokai Watch 3. Looks like Level 5's formula for a long-running RPG series is starting to work its magic. Gaining traction for their viral dance moves and quirky-looking monsters, the energetic yokais are getting a brand new sequel. Playing a lot like a friendlier Pokémon game, Yokai Watch takes root in the usual dark yokai myths of Japanese folklore. But instead of ghosts, ghouls, goblins, you'll get a host of big-eyed felines. Make friends all around the world and summon them to battle with their individual abilities. This third installment, Yokai Watch 3, was released in Japan in 2 versions last 2016. For this Western release, though, we're yet to find out if it keeps up with the split versions or if it goes with the Sukiyaki version that combines both into one package. What we do know, though, is it's gonna be another round of spirit collecting, monster battling fun when it comes out on the 3DS this February 8th, 2019. Atelier Lulua, the Scion of Arland. The Atelier series is out with a shiny new sequel to their long-running series. Released in Japan just last March, the Scion of Arland is set to arrive in Western shores earlier than expected. A series known for its alchemical gameplay, turn-based battles, and visual novel-style storytelling, Atelier Lulua will largely follow the same formula, but with a sequel revolving around themes of inheritance, Scion of Arland will also introduce new features to its synthesis, battles, and exploration systems. Follow the daughter of the famed alchemist Verona as she vies to surpass the powers and grandeur of her mother. Help her navigate to the road to greatness and use her newly discovered gifts to unveil all the mysteries of Arland. With a confirmed physical release, it's coming to the PC, the PS4, and the Switch spring 2019.
私はルルア、エルメルリア・フリクセルだよ。何気なく暮らしてた日々、お母さんに憧れながらも何もできなかった毎日。古文書が光った。きっとすごい本なんですよこれ。
Final Fantasy VII. Cloud Strife and friends are still alive and kicking, but they're gonna have to make do with their original version for this upcoming Switch release. With the Final Fantasy VII Remake still making hardcore Final Fantasy fans hyped, this is the closest thing Nintendo users could experience the Midgar experience. Just like the classic, players assume the role of the Midgar rebels Cloud and friends as they stop the evil company of Shinra from absorbing all the natural power in the world. A true JRPG classic, engaged in fun turn-based battles with memorable Final Fantasy characters, including Tifa Lockhart, Barret, Yuffie, and even the sinister Sephiroth. In the Switch version, every adventure with Cloud Strife and friends is at the palm of your hands. It comes out sometime this 2019. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Celebrating its 10th anniversary, this Return of the Fan Favorite Tales entry takes you to the world of Terca Lumeris once again. Fans of the series will definitely enjoy this as it features all the good things Tales of Vesperia has to offer, including remastered full HD graphics, never-before-seen characters, expanded story, and so much more. In this version, help the fate of 2 friends as they recover their lost memories in a whole new story mode. Also returning to this edition is its iconic linear motion battle system. Control your party members in real-time combat, swap any time to counter enemy types, and change the field of battle. It's pretty much the same game with the same story, but with everything added to make it the perfect Tales of Vesperia experience ever. It's coming out this January 11th, 2019 on the PC, the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Switch. Town. That title may not mean much to us right now, but knowing it's coming from the creators of the most beloved RPG series of all time, there's definitely reason for excitement. From Game Freak comes this adorably designed RPG that kind of feels like the antithesis of their previous hit. Instead of a kid going out of his house and into the world to befriend monsters, Town revolves around a kid staying in his village and working his ass off to protect it from monsters. Considering how cute the monsters are, that might might be a bit of a problem. Though it's not a Pokemon game per se, it does have that youthful charm that the series is known for. Still, relatively early in development, there's not a lot of details about the game just yet, but it should definitely be in your watch list. It's set to release on the Switch in 2019. Oh, and if you want more of What to Play, then you can catch us play all the new games with our gameplay channel, What to Play Live, or you can also watch new trailers of all the different games that are happening at the What to Play trailer channel. And I think the links are somewhere up above here to the top right corner. There it is. Check that out. Shenmue 3. After languishing in development hell, the time has come for Yu Suzuki's iconic action-adventure as it breaks through as one of the highest-funded Kickstarter campaigns in the history of the platform. Finding new life in a whole new generation, Shenmue 3 will be a fantastic romp through their nostalgic end-of-the-century roots. Hailed as one of the most expensive video games ever developed and winning a few greatest video games of all time, Shenmue maintained a cult following with its large environments, details, and choices, hallmarks of today's open world obsession. With technology finally catching up to the series, though, there isn't much in the way of visual changes in the third entry. Still, it's the perfect chance for longtime fans just waiting to jump back into the shoes of Ryu Hazuki as he wanders into the Chinese forests to avenge his father. It's hoping to meet expectations on the PC and the PS4 on August 27th, 2019. Fire Emblem Three Houses. As much as we enjoyed the latest Fire Emblem Warriors, our last FE games have remained glued to our old Nintendo 3DS. Thankfully, with this newest game, we'll get to bring around the strategy RPG experience with our shiny new console. The 16th entry to the iconic series, Three Houses brings a threefold adventure as we roam around the world of Fodlan and get to meet what will be the heads of our titular houses. Coming back with the changes to squad formations and the like, Three Houses will boast even more enhancements to their strategic depth. Moving to Nintendo's hybrid console, this will mark the first time in a few years since it hit the platforms. We're hoping that this will translate to more firepower for the beloved RPG series. Trailers might not seem to be too graphically impressive, but the delay might just provide the needed fix. Or not. All we know is it's all been great so far, and it's set to release on the Switch spring 2019.
Go ahead, give me orders. It's time to measure your worth as an instructor. Such a brutal, irrational world we live in. Some believe the crests, tokens of the goddess's power, are necessary to maintain order. But they're wrong, teacher. The crests are to blame.
Final Fantasy X or X-2, one of the most beautiful love stories in JRPG history, is coming to the Switch. This two-part Final Fantasy entry takes you to the lives of Tidus and Yuna as they lock themselves in eternal romance. This timeless classic features a true remastered experience that new fans and old will adore. For starters, Final Fantasy X is where you play as the blitzball player Tidus as he journeys with a young and beautiful summoner named Yuna in a quest to save the world of Spira from daddy issues. In Final Fantasy X-2, this odd sequel introduces a fresh new start to the series that's set years after the first game. Follow Yuna and the merry band of Girl Power Squad as they uncover the deeper mysteries that lie within. With over 100 hours of gameplay, fun JRPG combat, and a memorable story, it's a true Final Fantasy experience. It comes out sometime this 2019. Biomutant. First announced in 2017, the developers at Swedish studio Experiment 101 has kept mum about the progress of their self-described post-apocalyptic kung fu fable. But since their last demos, the hype has slowly been growing, with many gamers impressed not only by its solid visuals, but also because of its unique premise. Putting a martial arts raccoon-like creature in center stage, Biomutant revolves around exploring a storybook-like open world where various mutations are common and even welcome. As an action RPG, players will get to customize their character's appearance and attributes. One of the foremost goals of the studio is to combine shooting, melee skills, and other abilities in a seamless and intuitive way. And from what we've seen in their early promos, they've done quite a great job with it already. With even more time in the oven, it might just be on its way to being Game of the Year material. It's coming out on the PC, the PS4, and the Xbox One late 2019.
bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach.
Pokémon tentative title. Details about Nintendo's upcoming mainline Pokémon title may still be scarce. What remains universally true is that the world is looking forward to its imminent release. But with the recent Let's Go title for Pikachu and Eevee, the hunger for that core Pokémon RPG is getting more intense. Teased at E3 2017, this will become the first core title for Nintendo's latest hybrid console. Bringing Pokémon to the big screen displays, their CEO has started to envision the larger scale, taking larger, more expressive worlds and multiplayer gameplay into consideration. The Switch Pokémon title will also be an all-new RPG experience, which means it won't be just another enhanced game like Ultra Sun and Moon. Rumored for release on the platform late 2019, we will expect to see more info coming out early next year. Torchlight Frontiers. Since its release in 2009, the Torchlight series, especially its high-powered sequel, Torchlight 2, has been equated with one of the most visceral and exciting isometric RPGs in the modern age. Though the same can be said for its developer Runic Games, Ectra Games, made up of only about 20 dedicated developers from the original Runic team, has decided to continue their legacy. Packed with the same familiar visuals and satisfying hack-and-slash combat, Frontiers levels up the co-op features that Torchlight 2 was known for with a move to shared world MMOs. A free-to-play dungeon crawler with Diablo inspirations, dive into magical steampunk environments with friends and fight off monsters for their awesome loot. Of course, their iconic pet system will also make a return, but details about how they'll work are still in the early stages. While it's a new direction for the series and definitely an unexpected for fans just wanting that third installment, Frontiers does have enough of that same Torchlight magic. It's coming out on the PC, the PS4, the Xbox One in 2019. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered. A co-op Final Fantasy adventure makes a comeback after 15 years since its debut. Now coming on the Nintendo Switch, this remastered RPG comes with a new online multiplayer mode for you and your friends to enjoy. But with this era's increasing access to technology, players are no longer required to connect cables to enjoy its online play. Yay! One of the most memorable RPG classics from GameCube embraced the most accurate Final Fantasy experience you can ever play. With an engaging gameplay, teaming up with friends makes every adventure amazing, especially when everyone moves away from the poisonous miasma that covers the world. New and old fans will enjoy its remastered elements, especially its iconic music. It comes out sometime this 2019 alongside the FF titles mentioned here.
With the new online multiplayer mode, you and your friends can connect and adventure together. No link cable required. On top of that, there are new areas inside dungeons, so even returning fans can explore the unknown.
Kingdom Hearts 3! The most anticipated Square Enix game is about to blow the video game market next year. Join Sora and his friends as they unite to fight off the darkness once and for all. This third major installment of the franchise continues the fantastic adventures of the Keyblade-wielding hero and his journey to various Disney-themed worlds. This latest entry deserves the hype and praise because of almost 10 years of agonizing wait. The game's visual overhaul is beautiful, and its slick hack-and-slash combat still remains as the most addicting feature of this series. Travel to various worlds including Disney's Frozen, Tangled, Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters Inc., Big Hero 6, and so much more. Meet your favorite Final Fantasy characters as well and let them aid you in your quest to rid the world of evil. It comes out this January 29th on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. And those were the upcoming RPGs for 2019. If you loved this video, then you can like it, share it, subscribe to us to become a certified What to Player. That's it, guys. See you next time.